Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, we're exploring a deeply emotional, highly cinematic script titled The Hero Dog. We're going to break down exactly how this beautifully structured narrative uses visual contrast, pacing, and some really intense emotional stakes to tell an absolutely unforgettable story. It's honestly a masterclass in visual storytelling, and we're going to unpack the whole shebang step by step so you can see exactly how a truly powerful narrative is built in this explainer. What does it take to be a true hero? It's a massive question, right? And this story uses that exact question to hook us right from the jump, setting the stage for a narrative about a pretty incredible trio. So we've got a 7-year-old girl named Emma. You can always spot her by her bright blue jacket and little pink backpack. There's her dad, Tom, in a black jacket and jeans. And then there is our title character, Max. Max is this striking white and gray Siberian husky, and he's wearing a very official-looking black harness with the word police clearly stamped on it. Right away, that little detail about the harness is a huge hint. It tells us Max isn't just your average family pet. He's got a background. He's got training. Section 1. A peaceful autumn morning. Setting the scene. Now, to create a truly impactful story, you always have to start with a baseline of normalcy. Our script opens in this idyllic, picture-perfect countryside village. Emma is just happily walking with Max near a forest. You've got these colorful autumn leaves falling everywhere in this gorgeous natural lighting. Emma throws a ball, Max joyfully runs to catch it. It is the absolute picture of safety and innocence. But then, the narrative abruptly shifts. We move from a peaceful autumn morning with colorful falling leaves straight into dark clouds gathering and light rain beginning. This brilliantly illustrates a sudden atmospheric shift. The writer is basically using the weather as a giant warning sign that the safety of this little dame of fetch is about to completely evaporate. The environment itself is turning hostile. Section 2, Lost in the Forest. The inciting incident. Let's trace exactly how Emma ends up in peril here, because honestly, it happens in the blink of an eye. It starts with throwing the ball. Totally innocent, right? But then, Emma's attention shifts to chasing a butterfly. That tiny, innocent distraction leads directly to her becoming separated from her father, Tom. And finally, we hit the terrifying realization: she is lost. So, the absolute crucial takeaway here is how fast a totally safe situation can just unravel. In just a handful of narrative beats, we go from bright laughter to a 7-year-old girl standing all alone in the woods crying. But she isn't entirely alone. Max notices her fear, and his training and protective instincts kick right in. He stays close to comfort her. Night approaches. The forest darkens. The story deliberately cranks up the tension by dropping the temperature and dimming the light. Emma becomes increasingly cold. She's sitting there shivering under a tree, and Max actually curls up right beside her to share his body heat. The stakes are literally getting higher by the second. Section 3. Braving the Dark Woods. Finding our true protector. Distant wolves howl. Now talk about a primal threat. The script tosses in this audio cue to really hammer home the sheer, immediate danger of their situation. Max hears those distant wolves and boom, he instantly goes on high alert. The brave husky stands protectively in front of the little girl as the howling echoes through the dark trees. It is this incredibly striking moment of courage, just a solitary dog standing between a vulnerable child and the wild. This is where the storytelling gets really clever. We get dual narrative tracks. On one side, we have Emma and Max. The rain has gotten much heavier, and Emma is physically growing weaker in the freezing elements. But on the other side, we have Tom and the local villagers. Tom realizes she's missing, and they are in a state of absolute, pure panic. They're frantically searching the woods with flashlights, their voices just cutting through the rain as they call out her name. This contrast is so effective. We feel Emma's quiet, fading energy right alongside her father's desperate, loud adrenaline. So Max has been diligently licking Emma's face, doing absolutely everything he can to keep her awake and conscious in this freezing rain. But then, suddenly, he just bolts away into the dark forest, which leaves us hanging on a massive question. Where on earth is Max going? He's leaving the vulnerable girl behind. It's a completely intentional cliffhanger designed to keep us completely on the edge of our seats. Section 4. Max to the rescue. The narrative climax. We can actually break down Max's frantic, heroic sprint into 4 distinct steps. Step 1, he runs at absolute top speed through the dense, dark forest. Step 2, Tom hears barking in the distance, and moments later, Max finds him. Step 3. Max doesn't just bark. He physically grabs Tom's black jacket and pulls on it. Tom instantly realizes, okay, the dog is trying to communicate. And step 4, Max leads Tom, running quickly through these treacherous, muddy paths with the desperate father following right behind. This whole sequence is all about momentum, driving us straight toward the resolution. Tom reaches Emma, tears in his eyes. Oh man, here is the emotional release we've all been waiting for. Tom finds his daughter huddled under that tree. They share this massive, tearful, emotional hug. You can just feel the relief washing over them. And Max, well, he is happily jumping around them, his mission officially accomplished. Section 5. A Hero's Welcome. The Triumphant Return. The tension finally breaks. The rain suddenly doesn't feel quite so cold anymore, and the trio begins the long walk home through the forest. And when they emerge from the woods, the town's reaction is just overwhelming. The villagers, who were literally just searching in terror, erupt into cheers when they see Emma is safe. A local news crew immediately pulls Tom aside for an interview, and everyone is pointing at the husky, calling Max a hero dog. Children are gathering around him, petting him, hugging him. It's a true, triumphant return to safety and community. Section 6. The Golden Medal. Contrasting rewards. In the aftermath of all this, Max actually receives 2 very different forms of recognition. On one side, we have the mayor's award. The mayor of the town officially recognizes Max by giving him this prestigious, shiny golden medal in front of everybody. It's a very public, grand gesture. But on the other side, we have Emma's award. Emma simply places a small, heart-shaped tag on Max's collar, and it just reads, "My hero." While the mayor's medal is flashy and official, Emma's simple tag is the true emotional core of the story. It represents that deeply personal bond they forged in the darkest, coldest moments out there in the forest. Which brings us to the cinematic ending of this narrative. The view pulls back, revealing this warm, beautiful sunset over the countryside. Emma sits on a grassy hill, her arms wrapped tightly around Max, leaving us with a really powerful final thought. Heroes don't always walk on 2 legs. It perfectly encapsulates everything we've unpacked today. It challenges our preconceived notions of courage, and it reminds us of the extraordinary empathy and bravery found in the animals we share our lives with. So, when you look at the people and animals in your own life, who are the unexpected heroes protecting you? Think about that for a bit, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.